Okay. Okay, I think I'm live now. I waited for the red bar to go on. But you know the drill. Let me know if you can see and hear me okay. And if it is light enough in here, I got the ring light on and I can change it, different lighting settings, but I think it's good. You should be able to see me pretty well compared to the previous couple of weeks here. But don't mind the mess. I did actually organize the office, but I'm still not done yet. Tomorrow we get the U-Haul to get my stuff from my apartment out of storage, and then that's going to be here. And I know it's going to take a good amount of time to get all that sorted out. So it is looking pretty good in here so far. But yeah, this was a pretty solid episode. I don't really have a lot of complaints per se. Some of the characters were just kind of ugh, but for the most part, I did enjoy it. I think even though the score I think is the same score as last week, I found this episode pretty watchable. So I guess notifications didn't go out yet, but regardless, we're going to jump right in here. If you want to leave your thoughts, make sure you put it in the chat. But for me, I'm just sitting here thinking, what does Karen want? I mean, it's just ridiculous the lengths she's going through just to make sure nobody knows about the whole baby daddy stuff. Last week, one of your baby daddies said, "Hey, I want to start a trust fund for my baby." And then she shot it down saying, "My babies won't be raised separately." This week, your other alleged baby daddy comes in with some gifts and says, "Hey, I got to sign up for a childbirthing class. That way, you know the protocol and whatnot, and even after the babies are born, how you can recover from that." And she shot that down. And I'm just sitting here like, it's going to get to the point, and I remember saying this years ago, it's going to get to the point where Karen's going to be by herself. You have both baby daddies being proactive, saying, "Hey, I want to do this for the kid, my kid, or I want to do this for the children or babies, or I want to do this for you." Next week, the end credit promo that I saw at the end of this episode, Miss Lisa's face said it all. When Aaron came in with that double stroller and Miss Lisa was impressed, and then Karen looked disgusted. Miss Lisa needs to talk some sense to her dang daughter, because it's going to get to the point where it's like you can't say anything negative about Aaron or Zach. It's the fact that Karen is acting all, "I don't want any of this," because she's ashamed. And I'm just saying, you forgot about the handyman? You talking about Trey? Well, that's a whole different thing. I mean, I agree with Karen. Like, look, not only am I pregnant, but there's also a lot of drama. This is the best live video. Well, hey, I'm glad you all like the quality. I double checked the Wi-Fi. I actually bought a router and a Wi-Fi extender. My internet is great, but these devices were a great investment. Biosat said, "Hey, you might want to try looking at this to increase your speed and quality." So glad to see the couple $100 I spent was worth it. Yeah, so I'm glad this is good. Glad this is looking good. Look, I'm telling you, when I get the whole office set up and I got backgrounds and my flag and everything up, it's going to look great. So just bear with me. I'm glad it's looking great now, but when I get the full setup, oh man, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be good. Also, I tweeted about this, but yesterday, I made my first mortgage payment. Not due until July 1st, but they sent the statement and they said I could pay early. So I had to do it. It's what I do with all my credit card. Back when I had car payments, I'm the kind of person, if I got the money, boom, I just pay it off real quick. Yeah, I did. That's speedtest.net. That is the same website I use. Yep. Because in some cases, your internet might actually be slower with a router. And then in other cases, the router could increase it. So yeah, I did check the speeds for with the router and without it, and I made the right decision. But anyway, let's get, it's a blessing to be able to pay. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I forgot the number. I forgot the speed test number. This was earlier today, and plus I had to rush to get a lot of things done. But yeah, back to the episode here. Did not tell y'all. Did not tell y'all. Sabrina might be trying to trap Rich with them tiny condoms. Did not tell y'all with them tiny condoms. Man. Yo, and Joe, I was about to get to that. I was about to get to that because Rich knows that Sabrina's in the process of, I forgot the term that Jordan said. What is it like? Getting herself fertile and whatnot. Basically, it's like Rich is playing in a garden. Fertility treatments, thank you. Rich is like he's playing in a garden that's been fertilized. You know, fresh fertilizer, the farmers maintaining it, making sure that whatever seeds are planted will easily grow. Why are you playing in said garden if you don't want any vegetables? That's a weird analogy, but it makes sense if you follow me. Why is Rich doing this? Because to me, I was thinking, wait a minute. Did Sabrina like take the condom or something? No, he said later in the episode it slipped off, and I'm thinking to myself, bro, don't do it. Don't do it. Like, what do you say? I wish I had some hot sauce. You're going to use this condom. See, Rich had a Bill moment. You know, Bill from Bruh. Rich had a Bill moment. Stupidity. Hey, June, what's up? Rich is get his own, especially since he knows that Sabrina is going through this process of taking the chance he's who. Yeah, I mean, the fact that it slipped off, was it because he didn't have one of his own? So he used one of the ones Sabrina had, which he did say, yo, this is too small for me. So I don't know. Oh, he done slipped up. That condom slipped off. Watch by the end of the season. You know what? Watch Sabrina go to the hospital for like a follow-up. And then after a checkup or whatever, the doctor says, Miss Holson, you're already pregnant. What? Watch it. That's what's going to happen. I think Rich wants her to get pregnant. He tries to trap her. No, I think it's the other way around. This is just too small for me, but let's look. Dumb. That's all I got to say. Dumb. Okay. Let's talk about the Fatima stuff. Now, I saw a post. Somebody actually messaged it to me. If it's tipped off, it's too. As someone who has never engaged in the to tango with a woman, nor have touched a condom, yeah, that actually makes sense. If it's too small, then it slipped off. But could you argue that if it was, hang on, if the condom was too big, it would slip off? But if the condom was too small, could it also slip off? I don't know. Hey, just one moment. I'm trying to find that post somebody sent me because I actually posted it on Facebook too. Yeah, somebody screen grabbed a tweet. Oh, yeah, because the person who sent it to me said Fatima fans are calling her out. And remember, this is a quote. No one is to blame, but Fatima, when it comes to her not passing her exams. Oh, sorry. No one is to blame, but Fatima, when it comes to her not passing her exams, is not Zach. Fatima is my girl 100%, but this one is on her because she chooses to deal with Zach and all of his BS. And don't get me started on Andy's BS that she's also juggling too. Look, as someone who went to college and grad school, I can 1,000% vouch for this. Not to mention my 3 years in a call center working as an academic advisor getting students signed up for classes and whatnot. To this day, the most impressive story I remember was a woman who had just given birth, and she took her final exam for her law degree or something, or her business degree, and she passed it. And I use that story as a reference, like to any student who was talking about, oh, I got so much work to do and this and that. It's like, I don't feel like I have enough time. And, I would say, well, hey, I had a student one time, she gave labor. She just got out of labor. She took her final exam and got her MBA. Yeah, it was an MBA, Master of Business Administration. And I'm like, if she could do that while working, and then, of course, when she stopped working because she was pregnant and still got her degree, you can make it through what you're going through. Fatima needs to stand up for herself. And this is not me knocking Fatima, but it's the fact that she definitely needs to isolate time. Oh, yeah. Sorry, bit my tongue there for a second. Sorry. I've seen moms bring kids to class as last resort. You got to make it happen, especially when you're paying. No scholarship, no grants. When you're paying out of pocket, you will find a way to study and make it happen. Oh, I love this. The show's going to be going from sisters to babies to aunties. I got to write that down. That's brilliant. That's a great meme right there. Who's that? Bethany? That's a great meme right there. That's a great meme right there. Yeah, I like the fact that Angela gave her the sound advice. Angela was looking also very fine in this episode too. I like it's when the women don't wear such revealing outfits that I feel like that's when they're most attractive. Yeah, finally caught alive. Yeah, good to have you here. Leroy, you're right. Zach needs to tighten up to do more handling of Michael. I mean, I feel like I'm going through the same stuff because my nephew moved in with me. So he's like, what's for breakfast? I'm hungry. What are we going to do today? And I'm like, well, this is my house. Are you planning? Are they planning to drop Zatima? I meant to do like a short video on this, but I still don't think Zatima season 3 is happening until like August, whenever season 7 is over. But they are dropping a lot of behind the scenes stuff. A lot of the cast are posting stuff and talking about it more. Fatima has lost herself in a relationship. Yep. I'm not going to lie. The behind the scenes video they dropped that shows us Deja will be in the back half of the season. When Fatima found that purse, I thought it was Deja's. I honestly thought that was Deja's purse. Yes, Zach seems to be playing, but Fatima has to do all the hard stuff. Yep. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, Zach told her, what was it? Season 6, I think the mid-season finale, when they were at the law firm. This was, when the episode ended with Karen shooting Fatima. But they were talking about the custody thing. And Zach said, look, I don't want to just spring this on you, but I want to get full custody. So, if you want to stay with me, then stay, but don't stay with me. And then something to the effect of, don't resent him because he comes with a lot of baggage. And I think I mentioned this in another video because somebody else said it. They said, man, I really wish Fatima would have kept her old apartment because she definitely needs some alone time. And Angela said it right. It's like you get from work to go to work. Basically, you get from work, then you work with Michael or take care of Michael, and then you try to squeeze in any moments you have to study. But nobody's making you go with Andy to all these Gary meetings. No one's making you run behind Zach whenever he's going to see Karen. So I don't know. Zach ain't stable enough mentally to have full custody. Man, you said it. You said it. Just because Zach has the finances to provide doesn't mean that he's equipped to be a good father. Why is Jordan going to the gym while his sister? I mean, hey, consistency is key. Also, what's his name? Ethan. That dude is a moron. Why would you not why wouldn't you like look out of the window or the the peephole in the door? I bet he didn't even hear anybody's car crank up before he decided to hop on the phone and then try to plant that bug. Zach ain't stable. Oh yeah. Why the time for them to grow up, Zach's character is not funny anymore. Yeah. Oh yeah. So let's talk about Karen for a moment. Let's talk about Karen for a moment. I'm still team Karen when it comes to Danny running her mouth. She shouldn't have done that. I'm still not for Karen's foolishness by disregarding both of her baby daddies for wanting to provide, you know? But when it comes to like Danny running her mouth, and the worst part is Danny just doesn't care. Even if she wasn't smoking prior to Karen barging in, we know she wouldn't have cared. We know she wouldn't have cared. Danny's and all. Karen isn't any better. Remember when Pam called her out because what did Pam say? Hey, if it bothers you that much, I'll stop taking money from Aaron to invest in my company. And then Karen's like, no, it's fine. I don't hold grudges. Thankfully, Pam called her out for that. Oh no, you have you have a grudge list longer than a CVS receipt. And it's like, hey, anybody I have a grudge against, it's because they deserve it. Prime Karen. It's like this story I remember telling y'all a long time ago about a girl. This is like first, third grade or something like that. This girl I knew, she hit a boy because the boy was, picking on her and like throwing stuff at her. And I think she slapped or punched him. And then when her mom had to pick her up from school, the teacher told her what happened. And then the boy was, had to say sorry. And then they told her to say sorry. And to this day, I remember what she said, point blank. I'm sorry I didn't do nothing. That's Karen in a nutshell. Even when she's dead wrong and she apologizes, it's not an apology. Remember when she went to Andy's penthouse and said, I'm sorry. So are you going to get over it or what? Because you like to hold on to things. That's exactly who Karen is. They are all terrible friends. Oh no. Jasmine, yeah, I was getting to that. Sabrina running her damn mouth. See, I don't know what's worse. The fact that Danny told someone even though Karen asked her not to. But the fact that she would tell Sabrina knowing this chick can't hold water. Yeah, Danny shouldn't have said nothing. Fatima doesn't deserve it. Fatima tried and Karen was just too jealous. None of it had to be nasty. She had a nasty attitude. Huh. Are you talking about the flat that Karen was talking when she was talking to Sabrina? Karen and Danny need to agree and move on. They are. What did she say? We're in the same friend circle for now. At this point, Karen, either you stay in the group or you leave. You done dropped so many ultimatums and said this person betrayed you and how dare y'all side with Fatima. If you can't stand these people, then leave them alone. Just leave them alone. Stop calling them. Stop going to sister functions. Just do what you were doing over the past 3 months. Oh, I was talking about the grudges, Karen. Oh, yeah. Okay, good point. Yeah, I agree. It's Andy not even caring about Karen's mess because she has a whole bunch of crap going on. I'm Team Jordan, believe it or not. Even though Gary was being slimy and Jordan called him out for lying, you cannot blame Jordan for seemingly believing Gary because Andy's actions up until this point definitely would lead someone to believe that I think she knows who my sister is, but she's not telling me. Why did Tony tell her boys her daughter took the cuffs to school? Yeah, I thought she just had him too. Didn't he tell Danny what if she took him to school and asked the boy to play the game with her? So all of a sudden now the daughter took the cuffs to schools. I bet Jordan doesn't see that camera still. Ethan's going to lie because Ethan's still going to be around. So he says something that Jordan believes in terms of, oh, you were just looking at this picture because, okay. I mean, she can always try to confront everybody, but that baby bump most what did Danny say? I'll fight pregnant women, but whatever. Hey, does anybody have the trailer for next week? Not the end credit promo, but the trailer. Oh yeah. Also, if you're watching this, hit the thumbs up button. Now pay another mortgage payment in 2 weeks, not the regular way. They actually have this format where you can pay multiple months at once. I think in the near future, and I'm not doing it right away, but I think that's a great way to do it. Where if I wanted to pay like 3 months off at one time, that'll be good. So I can focus on other things because yeah, I spend a lot of money getting things together. But like I said, once the office is set up and I get the eBay thing going again, and my storage building from my mom's house moved up here with all my stuff that I want to sell, it's going to be a flat on. The real work is going to start then. So yeah, don't worry. I'm on top of these payments. It's Andy's fault for just sticking around with Gary. Should have left him. I agree. All the things Aaron is doing is what Karen wants Zach to. That is a very good observation. I think somebody on Twitter or earlier in the live stream said if Zach was the one who did like the baby classes and whatnot, Karen would be all for it. That I like that. I like that. All things Aaron is doing is what Karen wants Zach to do. Karen sounds like she was going to try and convince Andy and Sabrina not to be friends with Danny when she said not for long. That yeah. The writers are definitely Team Karen. No matter how nasty she is, the men still run behind her, and the women uphold her foolishness and don't hold her accountable. Just my opinion. That's not a bad opinion to have. Aaron's still creepy. Um, I don't know. I think for me personally, and I feel like a lot of fans feel the same way. I think Aaron, if I were Aaron, I would not take what Karen said at face value. Yeah, you're having twins. Yeah, Zach is the father of one, but you literally said there was a 9, basically almost 100% chance I wasn't the father. So, hey, before we get, you know, child stuff together, I want to get the other fetus sac tested just to be sure. If Aaron had a girlfriend, she'd like what he's doing. Whatever happened to that girl? What's her name? Jennifer? I have no idea. I doubt she's ever going to show up again. Remember, it seems like everything Tyler was writing during season 6B went out the window during the time jump. So I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Karen is not trustworthy. I feel like Aaron will get his doctor friend to test the baby. Let's talk about Tamera and Gary. Okay. um Gary, he's in over his head. Tamara's gonna expose him. What did she say? All it will take is one edit to ruin your whole life. So I guess she's been recording all of their phone conversations, also recording whenever they're having sex, any sort of dialogue he has. So she might try to flip it where he assaulted me and then use that against him. Why is Karen so mad that Aaron was trying to give her gifts for her baby? She 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 wants everything done on her terms because him coming by with the gifts and everything, there's a chance somebody would see it. Also, I thought it was funny as hell that Pam walked in right as he said, "I'm honored to be the father of one of your children." I don't know why that was funny to me. And Karen holds a lot of grudges, and that's why. No, it's not. She doesn't just hold grudges. She has like a checklist of every time she's done something for somebody. That way she could throw it in their face whenever they don't want to help her with something. Man, I felt bad when I was laughing. I'm like hating over there, poking fun at Fatima and Andy, all the while your wife is getting screwed by your boy underneath your own roof. Also, the writer of this episode kind of nasty tonight. We went from Tamera going down on Hayden to Sabrina and Rich getting it on. No, and then him talking loud too. Wrap this shit up. I'm like, wait a minute, he can hear you. Gary's not smart, calling Tamera and just being rude. Does he really think she's not going to be? He underestimates her. If it was Zach, also, can we talk about, maybe I said this already, but I thought it was hilarious when Michael was shaking his head when Fatima found her purse and she picked it up. That was pretty funny. But a $5,000 purse, whoo, man, dishwashing liquid. Yeah, he was laughing. I think it was like after she got up to leave, he was laughing. Gary's so rude. I mean, do we really care if he's rude to Tamera, who's cheating on her husband? He's going to get Gary's office next week. Yeah, the cologne. Zach, Michael, and Fatima's fiend. Dawn. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I've used Dawn before to clean something. 5,000 is crazy, but it's realistic. Remember, Fatima had money before Zach came along. Remember that. I was wondering if Hayden recognized Gary's voice. Probably did. Again, the writers just make Zach to be so clueless and oblivious when he shouldn't be. Oh, man. You watch my lives? Thank you. Please watch the reviews and my other commentary videos. I don't know if he saw Hickey. I just heard more about the phone thing. Why are you hiding your phone? Do you not want me to see the notifications? Nobody got the trailer yet? Let me check on another page. Hang on. I think we covered the entire episode. Let me double check. Oh, yeah. Tony can keep that flower and his apology. I ain't trying to hear none of that. Oh, yeah. Good to see that Danny's still going to therapy. Rich, Sabrina, Tamera, Jordan. Yeah, we covered the episode. That was not an apology. Okay, no trailer yet. Oh man. Hayden's not dumb. He knows something. That's something people need to remember. He's a weasel, but he's not stupid. Does he make stupid choices? Yes, but he's not stupid. Makes me wonder who's going to be pregnant next. Probably both of them. I would not be surprised if Hayden or Tamera gets knocked up by Gary, if Sabrina gets knocked up by Rich. Hayden knows what Gary smells like. Yeah, because somebody said earlier they're around each other a lot. Apologize for your child going through her stuff. Yeah, he needs to do that too. They need to do something about Maurice's character. Yeah, he was doing a bit too much in the night's episode. Like, bro, imagine like walking into Walmart. It's like, hey, you want to donate your sperm? What? And there's going to be more babies. Karen can blast Danny for her running her trap, but no blasting Aaron for accidentally leaking the Pam. Well, that isn't really Aaron's fault per se because Pam came in without knocking, so that was on her. I don't know. Sabrina bringing Maurice back was stupid. Maurice considering donating himself. I'm pretty sure. Wait, did I do a video? I'm pretty sure I did a video about that. About Sabrina asking Maurice. Pam was eavesdropping. Yeah. Plus, Maurice said, I'm making way more money on my fixation page than over there at the bank. Plus, I like Sabrina working on her own because she had to be a bit more stern against like Paige and other employees who like questioned her integrity and work ethic. So I liked it when Sabrina had to stand on her own. Her talking and hanging out with Maurice, fine. But at the workplace, I love Sabrina having a backbone for a change. But now that Maurice is back, you have him fighting her battles and then her trying and failing to keep him in line. Sabrina is beautiful, but Lord, she's an idiot. Yeah. Hey, also, we got 3 different days in this episode. The night where we left off with Jordan and Gary, the next morning with Andy over at Jordan's, and then the next day when Pam and Sabrina were over at the salon. Also, the fact that Karen said, I don't want any drama at my baby shower lets us know there's going to be drama at this baby shower. Gary reminded me of Candace. Yeah, I agree. Both dark skinned, both easy to look at, both very, very toxic. She only asked Sabrina and Pam because she can boss them around. Oh, full. Yep. Mm-hmm. I agree. I am shocked that Fatima did not come up when she said low key, close friends, not Fatima. I was waiting for her to say that. My question is, will Danny get an invite? And if Danny does, will she invite Fatima? I don't know. Also, will the baby daddies come? I mean, look, yes, this is Karen's news to tell, but we all know this chick will hold it as long as she can. In terms of, I bet if nobody else knew about the 2 baby daddies, Karen would still not tell anyone even after the babies are born. I have no doubt in my mind. Karen is going to invite Zach and tell him not to bring Fatima. Why hasn't Andy told the police about the blood? Your guess is as good as mine. Will she invite Andy to the baby shower? I think she will, but I wonder if Andy's going to wonder why she wasn't asked to be a part of it, like putting it together. How much you want to bet the baby shower will be the season finale? I believe it. Danny and Fatima's going to crash the shower. Man. She said low key, and that lets me know she's probably not going to reveal the double baby daddy thing there either, but it's going to come out sooner or later. And even though I'm all for Aaron being supportive with the stroller and whatnot, did you really have to bring her by her job? But then again, there's that question of buy the house. I don't know. Let's see. They're going to end up having to do another DNA test. Yeah, that's a given. I mean, when the babies are pop out, you got to take the test to determine like who's the daddy of which one. Especially if they're the same gender, it's going to be tough. Like, okay, which boy or which girl is which? I agree. They ought to do a ladies' night at the baby shower, away from the baby shower. Yeah, Karen did change. I really hope Madam comes around to handle Gary. That was a double stroller. And again, I love how Miss Lisa was impressed while Aaron was describing it. Oh, this is a state-of-the-art dual stroller. And then Karen's looking like, let her pop off. And then I want Miss Lisa to shut her ass down because it's like one of your baby daddies has a double stroller and you don't want it. You bet, Aaron, thank you so much. Like, no, get that heifer in line. Do it. No, I don't want Fatima to crash the baby shower because Fatima needs to be studying That's what she needs to be doing. I'm ready for a Hayden Gary fight. It would be, I'm not saying Hayden would win, but it would be good to see him put up a decent fight after Zach kicked his ass. I would not tell that kind of news either. Remember, if you don't want it told, don't tell it. Yep. When is Gary and Jordan going to fight? I have no idea. I feel like this Jordan will put up a better fight than the original Jordan. I hope Fatima doesn't go to the shower. It's going to be a who shot Gary. Yep. He got way too many enemies. My money on Jordan. I hope Miss Lisa tells Karen that each one of them only has one child. Yeah. What did Maurice say? The only blessing about two baby daddies having two child support checks. Wasn't originally a business fan, but I like him annoyed. Yeah, the bass in his voice, I'm like, oh, he does have a tough side. Okay. I mean, if you were hating, I think that would be great because that would be the best way to get. I mean, sure, get in a fight and then what? Even if you beat him up, what he still slept with your wife. Do something even worse. Get the feds on him. I think Penelope's really dead. Yeah, Penelope's gone. You can't convince me she's still alive. I honestly believe that Karen needs to be put in her place once for all. I agree. What is your theory about Penelope? Check out the videos. I did a lot of them, but I think she's dead. Hayden isn't going to. Karen will be jealous when Zach and Fatima get a nanny. I don't really see why, but this is Karen we're talking about here. He's like, nuh-uh, you ain't going to have my child raised by a nanny. Will Jordan's new bodyguard give up? Ethan is the newest member of his campaign team. Hayden could ruin Gary. I think Madam will get Gary. Notice the only reason Karen's not happy about Aaron giving her those things because it's not Zach. Yep. Tamera ain't even shower after she got. That is a good point. That is a good point. And she had all day because it was probably around lunchtime when she was on the phone with Hayden. Jasmine's still in jail. Yeah, but that's stupid. I mean, you have sex with this guy, probably in the bed. I mean, you said you didn't want to have it in Hayden's bed, but he probably did. Yet you had all day. You didn't shower. You didn't put on perfume to mask Gary's smell or nothing. Well, think of it this way. He was clowning Zach, and then Zach proceeded to whoop his ass. Hayden being angered because his wife was being banged by his boy, I think Hayden would charge at him first. Thank you. I thought Hayden was going to smell Tamera down there. Me too. She must be good at what she does. So, yeah, I said that too. Bring Jasmine to bring Gary down. Be a witness. I don't know though, because you bring Jasmine back. How will these new writers handle her? That I'm just saying, I am a bit nervous. I mean, I am confident that if Andy's a witness, there's no way you cannot not have Jasmine. But at the same time, the writers are making some questionable choices with some key characters. So as much as I want Jasmine to come back, I am scared of how it's going to be handled if and when she comes back. Yeah, take her back. Jasmine moved on with Morris. No, she moved on with me. But yeah, she's in jail or prison, whichever one. Okay. Morris got written out in season 1. Jasmine was Gary's ex-wife from season 1. I thought he killed her. No. She shot him, but they turned out to be rubber bullets or something. That was at the end of season 2. Cricket. Yeah, I've been saying that these two work together. I feel like we need to be the writers. All of us here with Jeremy as the head writer. That would be awesome. Yeah, Morris, Bellamy, Jasmine locked up. Well, I don't know if Bellamy got arrested. I know he got fired. I think Jordan. Ew. I believe he is in real life. I still don't understand the rubber bullets, blanks. Gary said that he switched the bullets because he always knew Jasmine might snap on him one day or something like that. I don't know. Okay. I did think it was funny that he did that interview in his shorts because that's so real in terms of, like during the pandemic, people would do Zoom interviews and whatnot, and they would have like, professional attire from, waist up, but then down below shorts, whatever, sandal, whatever. Me laughing at the fact Tony really thought Danny arose to fix everything. Yep. I wonder how Hayden's going to react to Gary sleeping with Tamera. He going to be pissed. He's going to be pissed. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back. The old Jordan. I'm sick of Tony. Yeah. Okay, well, folks, first of all, I'm glad that this is the best looking live stream according to your feedback here. But I do believe we covered everything there is to cover. I think I mentioned this in the last video I uploaded prior to the episode, the one about Danny popping Karen in the mouth. Tomorrow morning is when I pick up the U-Haul with my sister and a couple of people she knows, but that's when we go to the storage unit. I'm praying that I got the right size truck to get the stuff so we can make it one trip. So I'm going to get all my stuff out of storage, and then I won't have to pay rent on that building in town. So my review probably won't be up until either late tomorrow or sometime Friday, but it will be coming. It's just that I'm still working on moving stuff, but this will be the last of it because the storage unit at my mom's house, a truck will come pick up the building and put it in my backyard. And that's just stuff I'm selling on eBay. So I don't need to like haul stuff back and forth. So yeah, hopefully tomorrow goes well. Then after that, get some Dominoes to celebrate. Yay, all my stuff is here. But yeah, did Tamera really think Gary would catch feelings? Yeah, that is kind of stupid. I mean, why would you assume he would fall for you? So there we go. I know I would. Okay. But hey, as always, thanks so much for tuning in. Like I mentioned before as well, I've posted well over 30 videos in the past couple of days. So if you haven't caught up, make sure you check them out. A bunch of shorts, a bunch of discussion videos, and there we go. I really wish I had the promo for next week. Honestly, I don't know how much I have to talk about this week's episode. So there we go. All right. Well, again, have a great night, and I will catch y'all in the next video. Maybe do an Instagram live, not tonight though, but another day.